The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Tonight on the South Today, a Dunedin councillor is launching his own electoral bid, taking a stand against cuts to the new hospital build. A central Otago fire station reaches and celebrates a very special milestone alongside a dedicated volunteer. And Chinese culture is on display in Dunedin for a traditional festival spanning back 3,000 years. Kia ora, good evening. I'm Hannah Wilkins. A frustrated Dunedin City Councillor is running as an independent candidate in this year's nationwide election in an effort to fight back against the hospital cuts. Councillor Jim O'Malley is looking to take Labour on for the Dunedin seat with some grand plans for the future.
Standing for you and our city. That's Dunedin City Councillor Jim O'Malley's new campaign slogan as he sets his sights on becoming the Dunedin electorate's new MP. The third-term councillor is running as an independent candidate in this year's election, claiming Labour's become complacent, thinking Dunedin's a safe seat.
You can see even by the amount of effort Labour's putting into this election at this point, they'll be completely surprised that I've turned up. They are not normally expecting anybody to take this seat on, and as a consequence, we just don't get treated very well in the 3 years in between each time we give them the tick.
O'Malley's electoral bid has been fuelled largely by the proposed funding cuts to Dunedin's new hospital build, which were announced at the end of last year. But he's also looking to form a new political party by 2033, as he feels Labour's moved too far to the right.
We are now dealing with economic policies that are having impacts across the whole of society that we need to start addressing how we treat each other and really how we fund government and what government can do for us.
If successful, O'Malley would inherit retiring MP David Clark's seat. He'd also stay on at the DCC into a year out from local elections to avoid the cost of a by-election. In Dunedin, the South Today.
A block on George Street has been closed off yet again as stormwater pipe work gets underway. The Farmers Block was closed to traffic this morning, with Falul Street also down to one lane. A closure will enable the connection of new stormwater pipes in St Andrew Street, connecting both ends to George and Falul Streets. The pipes are the largest to be installed in this project, aiming to significantly reduce the risk of flooding. The Farmers Block is closed to traffic until the end of October, but pedestrians' access remains open down the central street. Ranfurly is home to the second largest volunteer fire brigade in New Zealand, which celebrated a number of milestones over the weekend. The central Otago Fire Station rolled up its doors to the public, putting on a show so locals could see the firefighters in action.
A powerful stream of water showcasing to locals what these firefighters can do. Ranfurly's fire station welcomed in members of the public on Saturday, celebrating the Volunteer Brigade's 75th Jubilee. But it wasn't just a day of commemoration for the station, with senior firefighter Ewan Mason also marking 50 years of service to the Maniatoto.
There's been some incredibly tragic incidents which, in a most bizarre way, leave you with quite a sense of fulfilment in that you've helped other people.
Around 70 people turned out to see the firefighters in action, getting a tour of the station along with a fire hose and car cutting demonstration. Chief Fire Officer James Hazlitt says their job isn't just to put the wet stuff on the hot stuff, with the brigade continuing to improve their work with new technology.
The one thing that the world needs is the idea from the people of volunteerism. Our communities can't exist without volunteers.
Firefighters have also been responding to medical events for the past 30 years, with Hazlitt believing the Volunteer Brigade will always be adapting to continue helping a changing community. In Ranfurly, the South Today.
Dunedin rally star Emma Gilmore is now in recovery mode after a high-speed crash tore her car apart in Italy over the weekend. The McLaren driver rolled her electric SUV on Saturday during a practice run for the Extreme E-Series 3 km Island X Prix. Gilmore was coming to the end of her final lap in the opening session on a new track in Sardinia when she rolled violently, tearing her car to pieces. The accomplished rally driver was taken to hospital with a concussion and a broken rib, taking to social media to thank fans for their support following the incident.
Really felt the love the last few days. It was nice to get out of the hospital and back to the team yesterday. Unfortunately, we had another tough day yesterday, and the poor team we're now getting the cars ready for Chile.
Gilmore says she's still stiff and sore from the accident, but insists she's looking forward to heading across to Chile for the final 2 rounds in December. Some of the country's finest talents showcased their impressive vocal range in Dunedin recently, singing their hearts out while gunning for the top prize. 6 singers performed at the Christchurch on Saturday, taking centre stage at the Otago Daily Times Southern Aria Finals. Each performer sung 2 arias each, with their solo vocal pieces being sung in a combined total of 4 languages. The competition is an opportunity to shine a light on New Zealand's up-and-coming talent, giving participants the platform to become the next big star. Soprano Rhiannon Cooper secured first place on the night, taking home the top prize of $5,000, which was awarded by the Cleveland Charitable Trust Foundation. Sopranos Erin Connolly-White and Emma McLean were also in high spirits, placing second and third behind Cooper. It was a cultural melting pot in Dunedin over the weekend as a celebration brought people together from all over the world. The Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival had colourful performances and music taking centre stage with something for everyone.
A celebration of cultures hitting a high note in Dunedin. The Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival brought together a range of multicultural performances on Saturday for a traditional celebration dating back more than 3,000 years. The performance was held at Trinity Catholic College with the vibrant acts showcasing different cultures and talents in Dunedin.
It's bringing people together. It's all about bringing people together and celebrating all the different cultures and traditions that we have in the city.
Ackland says the Chinese community are very important people in the city, with their ancestors immigrating to Otago almost 200 years ago during the gold rush.
Well, the Chinese community in Dunedin goes back a long way, as we all know, and to continue that cultural journey and to celebrate amongst all peoples of Dunedin is fantastic.
The festival rounded off Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori Language Week, which saw kapahaka performances from local high school Columba College.
To friends from all walks of life who care and support the Chinese community in Dunedin. And I wish our fellow Chinese live in peace and happiness in this beautiful city of Dunedin.
Otago and Southland Chinese associations performed a myriad of traditional dances, but are now setting their sights on the Chinese New Year, with celebrations taking place in February. In Dunedin, the South Today.
FI Yakane still to come on the South Today. Otago makes a triumphant ending to a near-perfect hockey tournament over rivals Canterbury, and there's a Christchurch dance company that's been breaking barriers for more than 2 decades.
Great Britain has a collection of varied landscapes and countryside to rival anywhere else in the world. And the best way to see it is to walk.
Aero, used by Australia's top bowlers with their unique Z-scoop grip that redefines the game. Machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy, Aero, same line, every time.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Here at Age Concern Otago, we offer a range of services to support Otago seniors to age well with dignity and independence. We provide social work support, visiting service, health promotion and social activities. Check out what we have on offer at ageconcernotago.com.
Earth is a planet of extremes. Extreme places and extreme animals. But some animals are more extreme than others. Join us as we count down to find the most unusual, the most extraordinary, the most extreme.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. The Otago men's hockey team is raising the Challenge Shield once again after clinching the national title against Canterbury over the weekend. The two teams battled it out in Hamilton on Saturday for the Ford National Championship trophy. Otago started strongly in the first quarter, snatching the opening goal with a long ball from midfielder Finn Ward, finding James Nicholson to put it in the back of the net. But Canterbury pulled themselves back into the contest late in the second quarter, converting a penalty to make it 1-1. As the sun set and the lights came on, a long aerial pass in the final quarter allowed Otago to creep ahead, holding out until the final whistle to defend their trophy. Otago have now gone back-to-back after not winning the championship since it started in 1907, putting a triumphant end to a near-perfect tournament. A Christchurch dance company is challenging stereotypes as individuals with disabilities make their way into the creative arts industry. Jolt Dance was founded 22 years ago, providing a platform for dancers with intellectual disabilities to shine on stage.
Taking centre stage, expressing themselves through dance. These dancers with intellectual disabilities performed at the Avonside Girls High School Auditorium over the weekend, showcasing their own original work. Jolt Dance challenges preconceived notions about people with disabilities, celebrating diversity and empowering individuals. Artistic director Lynn Cotton founded the all-inclusive dance company over 20 years ago to break down barriers, giving a voice to disabled performers.
We have a lot of people with really profound and complex disabilities, and when we use the word disability, we embrace that word because to us disability means difference, and difference is a really good thing.
Jolt Dance has grown in popularity over the years, now including 180 dancers in regular and community classes. Cotton says dancing can be a powerful form of self-expression, transcending language and other barriers the dancers face.
We hope through empowering our dancers to change how people think about disability, because there's still this charity model of disability where it's people need help. My dancers don't need help, they need opportunity, and they need the ability to go and train and learn and upskill.
Jolt dancers are encouraged to choreograph their own performances, using every space on stage to tell their story.
We've done the big professional productions before, which can be logistically quite huge. So with this one, we wanted to give a bit more space to just do anything we want.
She says their latest show was a big hit. Their group has been invited to perform at Glasgow's Independent Dance Festival in July next year, allowing them to tell their unique stories through dance on a world stage. In Christchurch, the South today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. Councillor Jim O'Malley is running for the Dunedin electorate, believing Labour is complacent in the city. Ranfurly Fire Brigade celebrated its 75th Jubilee with a dedicated volunteer reaching 50 years of service. And colourful performances from across the world took centre stage in Dunedin as the Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival was celebrated in town. And now we'll look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome Associate Editor Mike Houlihan. Hello Mike.
Good evening, Hannah.
What can we expect in Tuesday's paper?
Well, we've spoken to a Southland woman whose partner was recently murdered. The man accused of that crime is just absconded on bail from his address rather. She's concerned that she wasn't notified of his going missing for reasons, understandable reasons. We've also got news from the Otago Regional Council that the minimum flows have been set, or recommendations of what they should be have been set, recommended to the Otago Regional Council, which will then decide whether they will be imposed or not.
Okay, yes.
We have got the latest in our series of interviews with political party leaders. The Green co-leaders are in tomorrow's paper. And the travel sections tomorrow, which has a author taking a trip along the Te Aroa Trail.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that sounds like a great paper. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Time now for a look at the weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, warm northwesterly airflow will prevail through the next couple of days, but much colder southerly quarter winds will arrive by Friday, accompanied by lots of rain in places. Heading to the top of the South Island, fine with fresh westerlies and 21 degrees in Nelson tomorrow. Greymouth looks wet and windy with 16, and Christchurch gets 21 too, but with lots of northerly breezes. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago. High cloud through here tomorrow with freshening northwesterlies. Ashburton heads for 21, 20 degrees in Timaru and up to 19 in Oamaru. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes. Nice and fine with fresh northwesterlies and some cloud at times here. Expect 19 degree highs in both Queenstown and Wanaka, with Alexandra reaching a lovely 22. Heading further south, well, prepare for those strong winds to stick around for another day. They'll be northwesterlies and it'll be cloudy too, with highs of 16 degrees in Gore, Balclutha and the Catlins. Across to Invercargill, westerlies and down to 9 tonight. Tomorrow's looking fine and sunny with fresh winds and a high of 16. Then while Wednesday has the exact same temperatures, it'll be more overcast with rain developing by nightfall. And finally, heading to Dunedin. Fine tonight with northerlies and down to 8. Tuesday is shaping up to be nice and fine with high cloud and warm winds with a high of 18 degrees. And Wednesday's warmer again with 19, thick high cloud and gusty northwesterlies. And that's the news this Monday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. And you can also follow us on Facebook. Just search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite o popo.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists. UPVC Windows and Doors is a local Dunedin company who manufacture, install and service everything they make. Sign up this month for a free glass upgrade. Call UPVC Windows and Doors today. If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. Every day the team at Gillian supports grieving families at their time of need, from answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today.
Living Well Disability Resource Centre, a not-for-profit charitable organisation and your one-stop shop for information and resources to help you retain independence. We offer a wide range of assistive products from jar openers to mobility scooters and provide assessments for Total Mobility, the half-price taxi scheme. Come and see the friendly team. You'll find us on the corner of George and Bath Streets, ground floor of Burns House.
Passion,
drama, competition,
rivalry,
marketing, numbers,
atmosphere,
power, fight, attack,
intuition,
love, hate, money,
cash,
millionaires,
fans,
and fans.
oh boy.